Welcome back. Today we're going to do a fly that is one of the simplest flies on the planet. This is a 3-dip. It was Nicklas's fly. I'm not sure when he did this, a long time ago. This is one of the best learning flies I've ever seen. Teaches you thread control. It's a fast fly. It's super effective. It's one of the best midges in the brighter colors, or even in some of the dull colors, the greens or chartreuses, any of those. It's a phenomenal caddis emerger. It's just one of those flies where it just doesn't offend the fish. My theory on underwater flies in particular is that if the fly doesn't offend the fish, they'll mouth virtually everything. And so if it doesn't put them off, they touch it, because that's what they do. They touch everything that goes by. But the beauty of this fly is that it's super simple to tie. It teaches you thread control. It teaches you wire control, other things. But the beauty of it is that you can do, just by your thread, changing your thread, you can do any color fly you want. Like I said, I do them in like chartreuse green, dark green, brown, black, burgundy. I love this burgundy thread on them. We do ton, and then you can go into the crystals, which I had here. I'll show you in a second, and that's simply using flashabou. So then you can just go in and do, instead of doing total thread, you can just do flashabou, any color you want. I mean, the crystal obviously is silver, but you can do, or pearl, but you can do anything you want with it. It's a pretty straightforward thing. The other beauty of this is it's a standard hook. It's just I'm going to use a 105 U-Series Tiemco, which it's the economy version hook. These are generally, for me, I used to do them on dry fly hooks. I don't really think that matters too much. But then I started going to the 1 extra short, 2 extra strong, which is just a thicker hook and a little bit shorter because it's just a midge fly. So again, it's just the body's going to be thread, and then I'm going to use small wire. On this one I use gold. On the crystals I use silver. Basically you could just start with those 2 threads and go through everything. It wouldn't matter. But feel free. I mean, if you want to use black, whatever. This is totally up to you. This fly does not have enough in it that one of these things is going to put the fish off. They're gonna eat this no matter what. And the last thing is that's going to be in the fly that you can use if you want to. You don't have to. The original fly didn't have this in it. My version of it, and again, the fly was originally done dull, and I put this in. I like a little tiny flash on bright days, and so you don't have to do it. I only see it if it's a cloudy day or somewhat overcast. I don't see this crystal helping even a little bit, but on the brighter days, I've seen a little bit of help. What are you doing? Well, come here. Look at everybody. Okay. Oh, puppy viewing. Oh, there you are. This is Ellie. For those of you who don't know, Belly was tragically hit by a car while chasing a fox. This is her half-sister. This is her debut. So, oh yeah, good dog. Yes, pretty good. Okay, she's the one whining at the door. So anyway, back to where we were. The flash, dogs make good cameos, right? So the flash is optional, truly, throughout the whole fly. I've done it with black flash also. It works well, but you can feel free to keep it or add it or subtract it. Doesn't matter. So the fly here is going to, last thing it's going to have, and this isn't really that critical. If you want to use bleached hair, I do bleached on all mine. If you want to use regular deer hair, it's so very little difference between the hair. I just have always used, like you can use this compared to unhaired. I like stuff that I can use for more than one function. So, but I go through a lot of hair, so it's always sitting around. So to tie the fly, we're going to start. I'm going to do this on a 14. Basically, we do this thing on 14. I've actually done some green ones for the caddis larvae up to a 12. But mostly we do 16s through 20s on this. And again, this is a fly that I have had friends fish this, and a lot of guys fish it in Pennsylvania, all over the Southwest. I see people using it all over the place. On the Madison, this is for sure our #1 selling nymph. There's no, I don't think we've got one even close to this, because we sell it in 3 or 4 colors and 3 sizes. But it's a fly that just is so consistent, it never quits selling. People don't buy flies as many as they do of these. Ask Johnny. I know we do 100, 200 dozen of these things a season, and a size sometimes. It's just ridiculous how many people buy them. But the reason they buy it is because it works. And again, if you're tying your own, this is a fly that you can build a box in a hurry. So I'm going to do this. We're going to start with the 14 hook. I think while I was chatting there, I knocked my wire that I cut off here. And so we're going to use, this is Danville 6/0 that I'm using on this. And so, but that thread thing, that's completely up to you, whatever you like. You know, if it's that was not good protocol. I just ripped that wire off there, by the way. Things aren't good on this spool right now, but I'm in a hurry. Not really. Everybody knows I talk too much and I'm never in a big hurry. Okay, so this is, again, this is a phenomenal starter fly for people. If you're going to start kids or anything, it teaches them, anybody for that matter, it teaches you really good thread control. So I'm going to start up here. I'm going to start the thread right here, right at the front. And then as a slight time saver, take this out of here, as a slight time saver and a body build, I'm going to start this wire. Watch how I start that up close here. I'm going to start it right close to where I want the eye. I'm going to come back a handful of turns, keep it on the side, and I'm going to draw that back to where it's about a head length. See right there? So all I've done is I've built a little bit of body in advance. It's just saving you, and it's just saving a step of going back, starting the thread, going this way. And we're going to go back and forth on this. And again, you should see, when you wrap your thread, what you don't want to see as a tire is you want to see your thread going down like this, where I'm really close to there, and then pulling back. That is really a bad habit. What you'd like to do is keep your thread, I've got to tie off shoulder here a little bit, so you try to keep your bobbin the same distance back and forth, no matter what you do, that it's not going down like this and then pulling up. Try to keep it an inch, inch and a half, whatever's comfortable for you. The closer you are, like an inch, inch and a half, that keeps it, the pressure's the same. You know your thread tension's identical all the way through it, which gives you a really stable body. So now I'm not going to use my rotary just because I want you to see what we're doing here. And if people don't have them, you can see how to go around here a little easier. Basically, I'm going to end up with 5 to 7 turns. All right? And that's just, and you want to space them. See what I did right there? I missed that. And I came off my spacing just a little bit. You want to be kind of even. Come up here. I go right to the eye and break it off. It just keeps, it makes it, the wire nice and firm. Come back in here. And here's a little time saver for you. Again, this is a super fast fly. We're almost done. But if you keep your hair with the tips going this way, if you reach over here, and we're going to look for about 8 or 10 hairs, all right? Whatever it's going to be. But if you pull this hair off, so I just pulled it off like that. So reach over here, reach for about what you want, switch to the tips. It saves you going back and forth. You're already here. Just switch over to your hand. I cut this in advance. And again, I didn't count these hairs. Maybe it's 15. I don't know. It's just whatever it is, it is. And it's, you'll see, you'll pull 2 or 3 times out of that hide, and that'll either work for you or it won't. You can go and cut them if you want to, but it just saves you. So I cut the tips here. The tips are facing to my right. I pulled it out of the hide. I picked it up. I cut them. And then I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to catch the tips, and I'm just going to build a little head. Nothing too, probably a 4 or 5 turns max of width. So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to cut this to length. Whatever, that's a little long actually. I like to do that in one cut so I don't have that straggler. And then, if you want it, this is the original fly right now. It's not, you don't have to put these antennas on here, but like I tell people in the shop when they're buying them, start with the crystal on it, with the wings on it, with the crystal flash. If you don't like it, cut them off. It's no big deal, right? It's a minute fly if you're tying it right. So now I'm going to take this, I'm going to fold this over my thread. I'm going to come in here, catch that, just have whichever one's on the back side, leave it, move forward, pull this one around, and you're done. Just like that. Hey, settle down there, mister. Sorry about the lean. Try not to get my shoulder in this. Come in here. 1, 2, 3, 4 turn head. Whatever you decide you like. Come in. I cut these. Maybe just the length of the body. If you want to go just a little longer, it's not going to hurt anything. And by the way, on some of these, on the commercial ones, they use the micro flash. And I do that on my, when I get to 18s and 20s, I use micro flash. This is a 14, so I use the regular flash. But again, that's all about you, what you like the look of. It's not a matter of it will never fish if you use micro, or it's going to be twice as good with the bigger. It's an accent. It's just a little bit of eye catcher. I don't know if it creates some sort of bubble around it, because when it's wet, it's going to be right down against the body like this. But I have seen this. Again, I see it on really bright days, man. It makes a difference to have it in there. Dull days, I don't see any difference whatsoever. And again, it's super, super simple. Just give it a dab of head cement right here. Just give it a little bit of cement if it's not glued shut like mine is from tipping over. Okay, we won't do that today. I tipped that over. It's all froze on there. But anyway, this is a great nymph. You can use it anywhere you've got midges, anywhere you've got caddis. Feel free to change it up on color. It's a great box builder, man. You can build a box of 100 flies real quick with this. Different colors, super fishy fly. Nicklas's fly from about 15 years ago. We owe him a debt of gratitude for this one, because it's one of the best flies I know. Hope you liked it. Hope it helps you out.